Alright, so this was gonna be a tough match, no matter what. Yeah, honestly, I kind of expected us to lose 2-0 in this match, but you did very well, grabbing a win as well, so I think that's fine. I think we did amazing. So we are gonna go for the standard Rex play. I do like that you're scouting. And yes, just Rex versus Rex stuff. I don't like that you used both of your flashes that early, but in this case it's okay. We're gonna go for 2 Rex. Looks like they're also gonna go for 2 Rex. Ooh, this is, I guess, something that I probably should have mentioned on this map. I do remember going over the importance of this high ground, but I really should have mentioned this. I don't know if you, on your screen, if you like zoom, oops, let me reset my zoom a little bit. That seems wrong. Okay, this is what I'm used to. So on this map, in the top left, you can put buildings here, but if you're on a big screen, sometimes you can't see it. So yeah, this is a very tricky, very good preparation of your opponent, and I guess abusing the current map as it is. Yeah, I guess this is kind of my fault for not showing you this sort of stuff on this map. So I take full responsibility of that, but yeah, you do get your worker in, I mean your raider in. It looks like it wouldn't have seen it anyways, but we do see the 2 racks, so we're probably on just even Steven. So I noticed that we're going to be supply blocked at 30, which is not good. So this is why I actually don't prefer going for the 2 racks, because if you go for 2 racks, you're kind of forced to go for a second house, or if you try to go for this third, you're going to be supply blocked for quite a long time. So you're either, so this 2 racks is kind of like a, you have to go for your second house, which means you further delay your castle. But I guess it's safe, so a lot of people do like the safeness of it. But yeah, this is kind of like, so I guess what I'm saying is, if you wanted to go for the quick castle, you probably should have went for it with the only 1 racks. But I guess you just want to be safe. So, and then after scouting, you're like, okay, I can take my third. So I guess that makes sense. But it's just, I guess, one of the features of this build that you go for. Unfortunately, that we lose that, but it's okay. Quick to respond to that. And while we're busy trying to ward off these raiders, Guinness gets a nice drop on us and tries to take this out. I think we kind of have a bit of a surround. Kind of. Okay. So let's take stock of the situation here. We were able to go for a quick third, quicker than our opponents, and we were also able to delay it, which was very nice. I think you had like 2 archers on this side doing that. So yeah, I think we're about even. I do like that we're going for mages. That's probably going to be very helpful in this matchup. But he has a larger standing army at the moment, so this might be a little bit difficult to defend. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I like that. It's a good worker pull over here. Here you want to be targeting down individual archers, which I think you're kind of doing. Yep, well done. So yeah, this kind of hill area is very important to have, and just having control of that is very important. I think right now we're in an excellent position. We have mages coming on the way, and we've defended our quick third base, and I think we're up in workers, or about even, so that's fine. Yeah, I think we're in a great position over here right now. I would like to see it just like a little bit more scouting, just to see how this is going on. I know you had like some archers over here, so I guess that's okay, honestly. We did lose that scouting archer, so so this is kind of the I guess the advantage of being aggressive in Little War Game is that you kind of have the map control, and you also are able to do this sort of thing where you're posturing on the other side of the map. this is kind of like a given because we did take this quick third, but it's just something to note. Generally, if you want to be aggressive, you'll have the map control and stuff like that. So essentially, we're trading our economy, or we're trading the map control for a faster economy and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll work out in the end, as long as we weather the storm very well. One other thing over here, I guess this is just another mistake. You always want to have a 2x2 rather than a 1x1 or a 1 hex entrance, just in case you need to do ballistas or catapults or anything like that. This is just a straight up mistake in my opinion. You'd always want to have a 2x2 gap rather than a 1x1. I would also like to see just an advanced workshop just for the drops for the mages. Mages are pretty good if you can have that mobility with them. You can, you know, take down. I like that you're pushing up into the high ground, by the way. You can take down like mineral lines and stuff. If we bring this, we can definitely clear this for sure. I like that you're splitting. I guess it's a little bit more difficult to move up the ramp if you think that they're on top of the ramp. So yeah, so this is a little bit unfortunate not seeing this advanced workshop and workshop go up, as well as the forge, but you know, we're being pressured, that's okay. That sort of thing happens. We're gonna go for upgrades. Upgrades are okay, I just don't think that they're too good in racks versus racks. But they're always good to have. I would definitely prioritize the advanced workshop over here over the upgrades. I like that you're going for the scout. Excellent. Yeah. And it looks like we're going to take a fourth as well. Well, maybe not quite. We see this fourth base attempt. I'm going to clear that up. I would like to, you know, go in and see what kind of, if they're teching up or anything like that. We're kind of playing a bit too in the dark in the past little while. Another thing about why getting an advanced workshop is really good is while you're doing the drop, you'll get scouting as a byproduct of your drops, right? So I think that's actually very a good reason to go for an advanced workshop here. Go for mage drops and stuff like that. At the moment, we just don't have any idea of these catapults or these cata drops that are going to come out very soon. I like that we're moving out on the map. Good fireballs. Oh, those last two are really good. So I like that we're going, and I would definitely just keep on pushing in. We're a little bit hesitant here. Oh, that's a nasty catapult placement. There's a catadrop coming out at the same time. Yeah, so I guess we're a little bit busy. That's why we didn't go in directly at the same time. This is another reason why going for advanced workshop is really good. It really helps with any sort of air threats by air with the airship and ballista. So anything against catadrops or dragons is just really good. So I think if you just stay on racks, you really need to go for some sort of big push, and you want to be like killing your opponent rather than I guess you're not interested in being very like defensive and stuff like that. So that's just one of the reasons why you should go for an advanced workshop, I think. So this attack is still going on, and we're just trying to defend over here. This is also a very nasty position for sure. I'm gonna hop in the main, hop in the third. We do take a catadrop down, or a catapult down, but this is a lot of damage and difficult to deal with for sure. But eventually we'll go for it. I like that you brought a worker just to get that vision, and we were pushed back over here. Oh, also another thing to note is once you do see that they are going for you know, a handful of catapults, I think it's a good idea to go for a bit more soldiers rather than just straight up archers. Just because soldiers really do the tanking, and also they're more likely to dodge the catapult shots. If you A-move with the archers, they're more, you know, they're probably going to get hit by the catapults, but the soldiers probably aren't. So, yeah. And yeah, so when you are retreating, I feel like if you, instead of retreating back this way, if you retreated onto the high ground, you would have prevented your opponent from taking this powerful position. So instead of retreating back this way, you could have retreated back this way and, you know, met up with your army over here, I think. That might have been a better idea, just so that you do get control of this thing. We do see that this is going up, so now we know that they're trying to take a fourth base. So now, okay, let's go punish it. I like the idea of this. But yeah. I feel like at this point, if you see that many units, you just want to be like, hey, we're probably not going to go get this. We're just going to do some counterattack. I like that you're, you know, sending a squad out, drawing the entire army out, and we're going to take a really good fight. Excellent, love that. This base over here, pretty choky. So I wouldn't commit all my army over there, especially against catapults. So I really like that you're only splitting a handful of units over here just to deal with this base. And these archers are still being annoying, pulling your opponent's units away. At the same time, we're dealing with this, so obviously very annoying for sure. But yeah, this is just something that if you had just airship ballista, it would be a lot easier to defend. We are going for a tower, but honestly, this tower, it's not going to do much because, yes, it defends like this area. You can just put your units here and attack. So yeah, it's just a little bit unfortunate. Dealing with cata drops is definitely not easy. But I like your army movement and what you're doing on this side of the map, though. I think it's really good. I like that you're kind of baiting the army with this. And hopefully you're getting nice space around and good fights, but that's going to be really difficult to do. Yeah. This is definitely difficult. We do have a lot of mages, though. Maybe we might be able to make something work with these mages. Did we clean up the cata drop? Yes, eventually we did. My computer is lagging, unfortunately. Some good fireballs here, but I don't think they'll quite be enough. I think if your opponent stayed on pure racks, then I think this would have been a win, but I think the catapults are really good, and just not knowing what to do against them, and just not seeing it fast enough, I feel like, was definitely the big issue. He's got a really nice drop over here as well. Behind on workers, but I think all things considered, we played this pretty well, for sure. So yeah, prefer to go for, I guess, soldiers once you see there are catapults, or go into catapults of your own, honestly. And also, I guess, the advanced workshop was probably a better idea over here. Just in terms of defending and also being aggressive with your mage drops. I do like that you're really getting a lot of value with what little you have, targeting down these catapults, dodging the shots and everything. I think it's really well done. Yeah, but unfortunately we're just a little bit too far behind, I think. But like very good micro, honestly. Taking down this much with so little, I think that's yeah, just shows your resilience for sure. Yeah, we're like even on supply. How is this possible, man? Your opponent is like over-teching and stuff, but yeah, unfortunately I don't think it'll be enough. But yeah, just really excellent resilience for sure. Yeah, and this is just abusable. You know, I guess if you had paid attention more to the map and analyzed it, you would have been able to probably put a house here, just like your opponent did here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah. I like that we, you know, kind of dead, so we got it all in, bring your workers kind of thing, but by now it's a little bit too late. Yeah. played. GG. I think we played that about as well as we could, given the circumstances, but definitely going for a advanced workshop would have been better, I think. But yeah, some things definitely to work on. Oh, okay, I'm gonna full screen this so you don't see this. Okay. Game 2 on Sylvan Charm. Looks like we're gonna be able to play Rax versus Beast. Excuse me. Alright, I think this is gonna be pretty good for us, I think. We went for the Archer build, which is nice. I think you did it, I wasn't paying attention, but I think you did it more correctly than Wiggy for sure. So with this build against Beast, generally you want, okay, that's interesting. Generally against Beast you want to be doing this build where you go for 7 archers and just push across the map so that you can two-shot workers, or sorry, two-shot walls. But this is very interesting, advanced workshop. Okay, I guess the assumption, the idea is you're going to drop into the main, into the pocket natural. I think that's an idea. Hopefully it goes well. I think it definitely has a lot of possibility. This guy, Guinness, is definitely teching up. He's going for upgrades and also a Dragon Slayer and also a third, so I think this actually has a lot of potential. I'm not quite sure about this watchtower, what you're worried about. Yeah, I really am not sure why you're going in this. This is... Yeah, I don't know. You do, I guess he does see your airship, so I think if it were him, he'd be putting down towers. Yep, exactly. But I think we'll be able to hit just before that happens, so... Okay, so that's gonna go. I like that you have a 2 wall instead of a 1 wall here. And we're gonna take a third behind it. I think that's great. So, yeah, this tower isn't quite done. We're able to target down some workers, which is excellent. Yeah, and this is a very good situation. He has his walls over here, but they're probably not going to be able to do anything with worker micro. Good targeting down the workers. This is actually a great position. This is excellent. I think yeah, this is excellent. We're going to try to target down the dragon. I'm not quite able to. The workers did a lot of damage there as we were trying to do that. A little bit unfortunate, but that's okay, it happens. And we have our own third. Good worker transfer. Would like to see a few more. We do have a bird. That might be a mistake, or that might... Because we kind of already did the scouting with the airship, so... Yeah, we're in an excellent position, I think. We have, like, nearly 10 more workers. And we're going to be totally fine in this game, I think. Yes. So this drop play definitely paid off. This watchtower is now going to pay off, even though it really shouldn't have. I would like to see a repair on this this airship. Yep. And yeah, just playing defensive until we get like a really big Rex on me off of 3 bases and then pushing on. This sort of poking is totally fine, I think. I guess we're gonna take a third, or a fourth, excuse me, maybe? Oh, we are supply blocked, that's just a mistake. It happens, though. Next we get a dragon. Yeah, I would definitely just repair this up, though, for sure. We're heavily supply blocked. We've been supply blocked at 70 for quite a long time. That's definitely not good. If I do notice myself just being supply blocked like this, just throw down more than 1, just like 2 or 3, honestly, houses. Maybe even get some more production. We're still supply blocked at 70. This is actually a really big supply block. That's a lot of time that we're kind of missing out on production. Ooh, this is... Yeah, that's unfortunate. It happens though, it's fine. We have a ton of money, so honestly here, I would just throw down a whole bunch of production as well. Yeah, more racks, 2 more racks. Our opponent is going for just a whole bunch of werewolves, which is generally an okay build, or an okay idea against racks. What is this, up to 7 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, no, this is 6. Okay, this is fine. I like how you didn't quite overreact into anti-air. You saw that the dragons weren't increasing significantly in number. I also like this, where you're just scouting around with these soldiers, just checking to see if there's extra bases, hidden bases. Yeah, I would also like to see a little bit of scouting on the other side of the map. Yes, it's really hard to do that as Rax versus Beast, but it's been a while since you've taken a look into his main, so like seeing like the werewolves, for example, would just be a good scout as well. Really unfortunate that this soldier didn't quite get to this on time, but I love that idea. And generally people do go for this base, but because it's a little bit closer, they would like break these buildings over here and take this as their fourth sometimes, but Guinness decided to go for the one that's a little bit more hidden in the corner of the map, so that's a little unfortunate that we didn't see that, but that's okay. We did forget this, by the way, for a while, but we've got it back, so that's nice. And I think we're just playing very well. We got a really good lead in the early games. I do like that. And we're pushing across the map. This is a little bit premature, I think. I think if we had a bit supply block, this would have been a perfect time to move out, but since we have, it's not the best idea. Generally, you don't really want to keep your ballistas in this army. Actually, I guess it's okay. But just to defend against these dragons, I think it's really good to have just the ballista airship on a separate hockey, just so that they're able to react to stuff like this. Oh, he's gonna go away with 2 of these? Okay, that's a little greedy, especially when there's a huge army at his doorstep. Definitely a mistake out of Guinness there. Yeah, and there's really no answer for this. This is going to try to do significant counter damage, but I don't know if it will. Good worker pulls, making sure that they're not going to be completely AoE splashed. Also, one thing to note is that when you are going to go for this sort of base trading situation, it's often a good idea just to target down the werewolves then, so that werewolves don't continue spawning. Yes, the workers are really juicy, but just going for the werewolves den is actually a good play too, I think. So this is a little unfortunate. Werewolves in our main, or our natural, but that's okay, it happens. We do have a sizable enough army to deal with it, I think. But yeah, that's what I was talking about with the werewolves over here. If they just spawn on top of your army, it's just really hard to defend, but I think we're still in a really good spot. That's a big smash, but it's gonna die after that. And we took down, looks like the 2 dragons. Oh no, they went this way. I don't think we're gonna quite get this. Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's okay. This hidden base is a little bit annoying for sure. But unfortunate that we didn't quite see it, but it happens. I like that we're resaturating our natural with the units, or with the workers. And I also like that we're actually going to go for another push again. Nice pick off. Dragons for free. We do have dragons in our main, but we should be fine. No biggie. And yeah, I like how you kited that portion of the army with the 2 werewolves and the wolf with your 1 soldier. I think that was great. Just having your archers free fire while the soldier distracted them. Yeah, I think this is just over. We played very well. I love it. Yeah, this army is not gonna die as long as we don't get like quadruple smashed or anything like that. I would like to see, you know, another tower going back down in the two bases that we don't have towers anymore. Oh, I really love that you're on top of things, just having the presence of mind to send your... did that see it? Okay, not quite. You kind of saw a glimpse of that, but that's definitely unfortunate. That's unfortunate over there, but we do save them a good portion of it, so I think it's fine. And yeah, I like that now that you've taken the third, you're just scouting around just to see if there's anything, being really active, just making sure you don't like lose to a surprise hidden base. And you do scout that now, so you're gonna go send your army across, which is great. You still have a good portion just back here being very defensive. This is just excellent gameplay. And in a pretty much a standard macro game too against Guinness. Well done. I guess we had the, you know, big surprise builds where we did the drop, but that's okay. I like that you had sent this archer across just so that you knew when these werewolves are coming, when the armor was coming. Good target fire. Excellent. That's moved forward by mistake there, but that's okay. Excellent. Good kiting. Excellent. And we just win the game from here. Well done. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, just not much to say. We played really well. Well done. I really liked especially your scouting with the soldiers later on, just checking these bases. The build was really nice as well. We defended everything that he threw at us pretty well as well, so well done. Just excellent game. And the last map. Oh yeah, this was just unfortunate, honestly. It happens. So, I think the biggest issue with this specific game is we just didn't know what we were going to do with a wall on this map. So, this is just, yeah. So, Guinness is definitely prepared. He's going to full wall his natural and go for a 2-den. We have this house and this wolf's den honestly not doing much in terms of a wall, especially if we're going to go for this 1-den expand kind of build without the destroy call build. So this is kind of more less safe against, or less safe in general. Yeah, so this is obviously not ideal. I think if we had used these buildings as part of our wall, so if we had like, I don't know this map very well, but I think it's castle and then like you put a building either here or here behind the castle and then another one over here, then you would have had like a little bit of a better chance at defending with the workers, just with the SimCity. But this is just doesn't really help that much in terms of SimCity. Yeah, we do go for this. By now we should know it's a 2-den, so we would obviously ideally pull all the workers, try to get a tower, but at this point, yeah, just the SimCity doesn't work for us here. Ideally, when playing against a 2-den, you want to have just one central point where you can tower. In this case, even if you had gone for a tower, you would have been able just to sneak by and go into your main, so that's just really unfortunate. Yeah, this is just really unfortunate that we didn't have a set SimCity for this map, and it comes out to bite us. I guess that's partially my fault for not just showing you. But yeah, it happens. Lose to a cheese. Pull all the workers, but by now it's a little bit too late. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Unfortunate. it happens. A bit of an anticlimactic loss at the end over here, but it's alright. We played really well. We took a map off of Guinness, which is no easy feat, so well done, and yeah.